Lordship Recreation Ground lies off Lordship Lane, one of the busiest places in the borough of Haringey. This is a bustling thoroughfare with many different shops, schools, cafes and restaurants. This part of Tottenham is in the heart of one of the most ethnically and culturally diverse areas in the country. The open space is flanked by two unique developments in social housing. The Tower Gardens estate was built almost 100 years ago as a council estate of high-quality homes for working-class families. The architects wanted to merge nature within an urban environment to give residents a sense of countryside in the inner city. But nowadays, it is a neighbourhood in which unemployment is high and residents are transient. Investment and attention are much needed to rediscover the former vision of a green community in the heart of urban Tottenham. On the other side of Lordship Lane is Broadwater Farm, a large 1970s estate made infamous by the riots of 1985. Today the estate is a much better place to live with relatively low levels of crime and disorder. Incredibly, 56 languages are spoken here amongst roughly 4,000 residents. But there are many problems with unemployment and inadequate opportunities. Of all the young people in Haringey who are not in employment, education or training, almost 50% of these live in Broadwater Farm and Tower Gardens. Ironically, next to the estate is Lordship Recreation Ground, 100 acres of ecologically rich open space, which is underused owing to years of disinvestment and neglect by the local authority. However, over the last 10 years, a grassroots movement led by local people has taken on the challenge to reclaim and restore the Rec to its former glory.
Living in Tottenham, so really unless I sort of come over here you don't really see a lot of much sort of rural space. You do come over here and as I say, you get a bit of fresh air and you see the birds and you can see the water where the pond is, you know, it just makes a change really.
I believe that you'd get a lot more of the community in the park if we improved the facilities. Certainly some of the sports facilities could be improved.
There's a lot of people doing exercise during the weekend. We don't have a leisure center or specific place to do exercise. We want the park to be developed for everyone in this community to come out and do some exercise.
We're standing in the model traffic area, which was opened to great ceremony in 1938 by the Minister of Transport, no less. As you can see now, it's past its glory days, but we're hoping that one day it can be brought back to its almost original glory. When it was first opened, it had traffic lights and police boxes and lines on the road and crossings, Belisha beacons, and all the children came and hired bikes and little cars, and it was a hive of activity. In these days, when so much emphasis is being put on getting kids active and away from their computers, this seems to me to be the perfect place. And not only that, it could be used for cycling proficiency, and I can just see it full of kids cycling around, learning how to act on the roads, and it could be a great boon to the community.
The lake, which is in the centre of the park, became very run down and very unkempt. and there were no facilities here at all. But the Friends of Lordship Rec managed to raise some money, which was matched by Haringey Council, and about 18 months ago the makeover was complete, and now people come here, they stay, they relax, they linger at the picnic tables, they come here in the evenings and sit on the benches and appreciate the wildlife, the dragonflies over the bog areas and the birds. And it's become a very much appreciated part of the park.
To restore interest in the recreation ground and encourage a sense of ownership by the community, the environmental charity Back to Earth has been brought in to develop the park's ecology and encourage healthy eating through local food schemes. It is hoped that the new facilities in the park will spearhead a training programme which focuses on green skills, environmental management and healthy eating for local residents.
Normally I'm teaching them, the ladies who's volunteer working in here, teaching them how to cook healthy food. I've got 2 staff and they never like working their life, but they're been working with us for more than 1 year now voluntarily.
The Back to Earth pilots have so far been really successful, but we've got a lot more planned. In the long run, we're aiming to turn the whole of the park into this big environmental classroom, and that's going to be all about bringing local people from the area into the park to do different things. So we're hoping to get school children in to learn about ecology, we're going to help local residents grow their own fruit and vegetables.
Back to Earth also hosts the Tottenham Food Co-op at the Broadwater Farm Community Centre, where organic fruit, vegetables and basic goods are sold to local people at affordable prices.
The food co-op, which is selling as far as possible locally produced food to local people at cost price. It's growing, it's getting more successful. It helps to get people into the community centre, and it connects with the community kitchen and cafe.
This park used to be the most popular in North London, so all of the work we do has got to come back down to making the current park realise its full potential. We see that the future of the jobs market and of industry in Britain is going to revolve around green jobs. So we're really trying to bring in green skills, horticultural knowledge, environmental management, and all this training is going to be based actually in the park, in the new centres that we build and the volunteering opportunities that are going to be open. So we're really hoping to equip the local population with that kind of knowledge and experience that will actually get them into the jobs market.
I mean, you have to create something that's going to generate itself. You know, we can't become dependent on getting X amount of money, but we just need that initial push, you know, to really alter the attitudes of the people around here, because that's what will keep it permanent. Yeah, that's what will make it even, you know, become better and better and better and better, because people are, you know, rather than just a few people doing a hell of a lot, you'll have an awful lot of people doing their little bit.
The park needs to be encouraged and made. Come to our park again. That's what it needs. Come to our Lordship Recreation Ground. It's the place to be.